sponsoring this forum. You know, I'm very excited about the next 4.5 years in the city of Chula Vista. We've come a long way. I think our city has city council, our citizens, our members of our boards and commissions have all recognized that we have to run our city the same way we run our family bank accounts. You can't spend more money than you have. You can't spend money that comes in one time on recurring costs. And until you have financial sustainability, until you have the jobs, the housing, the transportation in a good mix, you don't have the city that works the way we want a city to work. You know, I'm very proud to have served over the last 3 years in watching how our citizens group from the Growth Management Oversight Committee takes a look at the standards that make up a quality of life. We all know that there's a lot of traffic. We're all concerned about our schools, about water, about energy. We're concerned about health care. The kinds of things that cities have a role in are the kinds of things that the city of Chula Vista needs to be vitally interested in. We've waited a long time for the Bayfront. We have high anticipations for our university. By working together in the oldest parts of the community and the brand new parts of the community, I think we have some extraordinary opportunities in this city. You have really, the world is your oyster. I think to be excited about what's happening in this city is going to draw us all together, to work together to make Chula Vista into the place that we want it to be, and I'm glad to be here this evening.
Yes, good evening. I also would like to thank the Northwest Civic Association for this opportunity, and thank you folks for coming out here. I don't know if it's still raining. I don't want to spend any time talking about my qualifications. Please feel free to visit my website. My cards are back there. You can look up my qualifications there. They're mostly read on my bio as well. Because what I think you want to hear is, if I were the mayor of this city, what is that I'm going to do to deal with the economic condition that we have existing right now. And so I want to be perfectly clear and go on the record and tell you what I'm going to do so that you, the citizens of Chula Vista, can hold me accountable as you should hold all your elected officials accountable. And that is that my number one priority is the Bayfront development. Because the Bayfront is the economic catalyst for the development of the rest of our economic woes. So you might ask yourself a question: why isn't that this hasn't been done in 4 years, actually 6 or 4 years? And the reason that I believe is because you have ineffective leadership. So what would make me different? I think the reason is that I understand the fundamental #1 rule of leadership, and that is that it starts with working with people. So as a mayor of this city, a goal, not a priority, my #1 goal is to reach out to the city council, build bridges, so that we can work effectively together. Is that it? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ken and Frank, and to all the members of the Northwest Civic Association for hosting this particular event. You know, I was at an event a few weeks ago that clearly didn't go off as smoothly as this did. There was a lot of going back and forth, and there was a lot of talk. And unfortunately, what happened, nobody really figured out what anybody said at the forum. Just what happened before and what happened after. So I'm glad that there's some focus here on the issues, because you have 3 individuals that sit before you today, and they want to run your city. And, you know, with the exception of Dr. Dominguez, you know, Cheryl Cox and myself have been there. We have records. And I think as much as you hear about what we're going to do if we're elected, I think you need to look back and see what we have done and what we haven't done. So the fact is, I'm very, very happy to be here. I'm very happy to talk about the issues. I'm very happy to talk about our records in terms of working with council members, working with the community, working with the groups and associations that make up our city. And really, who has the record and who can you depend to go to bat for you as neighbors, as people that live in Chula Vista, you that depend on the police, the fire services, the paramedic services, that the street sweeping, the street maintenance will be there, and that the priorities that are set forth by the City Council, but primarily led by the Mayor, are going to be in your best interest. And those are the things we're going to talk about tonight, and I'm very glad to have that conversation, because quite frankly, we're going to talk about bayfronts and universities, and those are very good things, and we're all going to work on that. But clearly, our city and the people that live here need relief now, and we need to talk about what candidate is best suited to provide that relief. Thank you.